Taking a look at some of the impacts of Henri right now. The storm made landfall around westerly Rhode Island this afternoon. Winds there clocked at 60 miles per hour in some spots. Damaged trees and fallen branches have closed roads in some places. And as of now, at least 100,000 people across New England are without power. The storm is tracking towards the New York-Connecticut border. But here in Maine, take a look at these waves. This is really the impact aside from a little bit of rain. Paul sent this to us. Thanks so much. Remember, if you can do so safely, send your videos and pictures to us using the Near Me section of our mobile app. But yeah, as I said, really just the rain we're feeling right now, right?
Yes, we've got some rain. It's a little breezy in some spots. I think fog is even a bigger story locally. Okay. But let's go through what happened with Henri and talk about what that means for Maine. Zach, if you get a chance, go back through our Near Me section. Somebody just before the newscast submitted people windsurfing. Really great video to check out. Here's the latest with Tropical Storm Henri. Official landfall, westerly Rhode Island, time 12:15 this afternoon. Minimum pressure was about 989 millibars. That's actually not quite as strong as some of the models had shown it, which had some implications, of course, on what to expect once it actually made landfall. Movement still north-northwest, about 12 miles an hour. And we've been tracking the latest with Henri, of course. And one of the big questions that comes up is, how does this compare to Bob? Well, when Bob made landfall in 1991 in Newport, Rhode Island, it was a Category 2 hurricane with winds of 100 miles an hour. Almost double that of Henri's. It was also moving northeast at 35 miles an hour and accelerating, which is what we typically see. The reason Henri is a bit different is because it moved in slowly and was actually decelerating. It's expected to stall out essentially near Albany, New York, before it starts to make a trek off to the east. Here's the latest with the storm right now. The center of it located right over Hartford, Connecticut area. So that in central Connecticut is where a lot of the drier air has started to infiltrate, and the heavier rain has shifted north into the Berkshires, southern Green Mountains, and through the capital region of New York State. I think that what's going to end up happening with this is we will watch this circulation just sit here and spin, dropping heavy rain through the Catskills down into the New York City metro area, where there are still some flooding issues ongoing. Locally, we just have this one band of rain that's been advancing north pretty steadily, and I expect that to continue at least over the next few hours. By 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, we should see showers all the way to Rangeley and Millinocket, with lingering showers overnight. Temperatures likely in the 60s. And we also keep the fog around, wind out of the east. Tomorrow, we've got a threat for more showers and some tropical downpours, especially across eastern Maine. I'm starting to see this signal, whereas that rotation moves near, we could actually get some heavier rain into parts of Washington County all the way up to Calais, and maybe even a little farther north toward Topsfield. Overall, strongest gusts tonight, likely 30 to 35 miles an hour along the mid-coast and southwestern coastline. Elsewhere, 20 to 30 miles an hour. Couple of issues with power possible. Not many expected. And I haven't really changed the rainfall forecast that much. Maybe we can back off just a little bit on this 2-inch area, but I didn't want to do that just yet. I'm going to wait until some more data comes in later on tonight to make any adjustments that need to be made. Still thinking we could end up with some locally high water areas, especially across parts of western Maine. Currently, we've got some waves to about 8 or 7 feet along the coastline. And again, this is mostly southwestern Maine. Once you get east of the Penobscot Bay, the waves are much smaller. So what I'm expecting overnight tonight is we'll still see large waves, maybe some minor coastal flooding due to the astronomical high tide. Still a bit gusty, but overall, this system departs pretty quickly. Wednesday, we actually warm things up a little bit, and on Thursday, we'll watch this cold front approach. Before this front comes through, things could get pretty hot again, and behind this front on Friday, we actually bring back much less humid air. So it's going to be pretty hazy, hot, and humid to end of the week, more typical of summer, of course. Small craft advisories still in effect until noon tomorrow. Seas 4 to 6 feet tomorrow. Southeast wind around 10 knots with fog in the morning. 7-day forecast inland 90 Wednesday, chance for some storms on Thursday. The humidity clears out Friday, and then next week is likely cooler. But my concern now is shifting to be, do we have wind coming off the ocean? Because Zach, if we have wind coming off the ocean, that means it could be cool and maybe even a little bit gray in some spots.
All right.
So we'll see how it all works out.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot.